Hello everyone, welcome back to Cypress UI automation session. In last session, we learned how to write Cypress test case and learn how to run test cases with different commands and also learn about the CSS selectors. Now in today's session, we continue our learning and today we learn about Cypress assertions and how to perform assertions. Before moving on our today's topic, please hit the subscribe button and like button. Also press the bell icon for the notification. So now first we start filling our pending text boxes by using Cypress automation. In first text box we already filled Elon Musk and in second box we fill email ID. In third and fourth we fill address, then we click on submit. After this we assert this filled data. Before start, first we need to identify element in DOM. For that we inspect the element and here we can see here ID user email. Now we can check same element on Cypress runner and using Cypress advanced feature we get locator for email text box. Come to the VS Code as here already described and it block created as we discussed in last session and write down cy.get user email is used to select the HTML element with the ID user email, the type command. That command used to simulate typing email address into the input field. We can see in our runner user email successfully entered in email text box. Then we identify element for the current and permanent address and we can also see on UI DOM for the current address, permanent address and for the submit button. Here this element locator is for current address and this one for the permanent address and this one for the submit button. Now on VS Code, there is similar to previous line. This line select the element with the ID current address and type USA into it. And same for the permanent address. We use type command for the USA. This line selects the element with the ID submit and trigger a click event on it by using .click command. It simulates clicking a submit button, possibly submitting a form. After saving, we can see our runner form filled successfully and submitted. And now we can assert these text boxes here. We can see element locator for name and other texts. Now on VS Code, cy.getName command to select the element with the ID name and then assert that by using should, and there are different type of assertion for this. We use contain the text and after we add the text assertion Elon Musk. Now we can see in the Cypress runner here in logs we can see assertion passed. Now for the same text we create different assertions. First we use contains that check whether the element with the ID name contains the exact text Elon Musk. Now we can see in the Cypress runner here in logs we can see assertion is passed. Now we use should assertion using include text. It asserts that ID name should include the text Elon. Now we can see the Cypress runner here logs we can see assertion is passed and next we check the element is exist or not. For that we use should assertion and here we pass the only exist. That assertion check that element is available or not in our DOM. And in our Cypress runner here in logs we can see all assertions is paused. Now we add the assertion for the email check dot should that contain text demo at the rate cypressautomation.com. On Cypress run assertion passed successfully. Now add assertion for the address using dot contains and after that we add the assertion for the permanent address. And we can see on a Cypress runner there is all the assertion is passed. Now in this way we can add the assertion in Cypress. Now we discuss about the type of assertion in Cypress. Before we get into the details, let's see what assertions are and why they are essential in Cypress. Assertions in Cypress are statements that check if a certain condition is true. They are used to validate the expect behavior of your application during the test execution. There are two types of assertion, explicit and implicit. Now let's talk about the implicit assertion. In some testing framework, implicit assertion happen automatically without explicitly specifying them in your code. With implicit assertion, the framework might throw exception or fail the test when a condition is not met. However, it is important to note that Cypress follow a different philosophy. Cypress primarily emphasizes explicit assertion. Explicit assertions are at the core of Cypress. Instead of automatically checking condition, you explicitly define the condition that must be met for the test to pass. Commands in Cypress return promises and you change the assertion to these promises using .should command. This provides clarity and makes the test code more readable. Now, why do we prefer the explicit assertion in Cypress? First, the readability. Explicit assertion make your test code more readable and self-explanatory. Debugging. If an assertion fails, Cypress provided detailed error messages, helping you quickly identify and fix the issues. Fluent interface. Changing assertion with a fluent interface allows you to create complex condition effortlessly. Explicit assertion align with the Cypress design philosophy, making your test more maintainable and informative. So guys, in today's session we will learn what Cypress basic assertions are and how to perform assertions. If you have any query, please let me know in comment section. In next session, we will learn about the Cypress asynchronous nature and promise handling and verify and automate checkboxes. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more Cypress tips and tutorials. Happy testing!